Hi, and welcome back to Yoga with Tim. Welcome back to your challenge. Today we're going to work on advancing our external practice. Not like, I'll explain what I mean by that. Okay, so we're going to get started today in child's pose. Stretch back to your heels, arms forward. Go inward and connect to your breath. Then come up onto your hands and your knees. And imagine you had a block on your back, or actually place a block on your back. Find neutral. Lift your right knee out to the side. Now, without your body moving, bring the knee up towards your elbow. Then externally rotate your thigh. Then internally rotate your thigh. Then bring the knee behind you. Push the buttock into the knee as you push the foot up. Lower the knee down. Push back up. We're just practicing seeing how much movement we get from your hip without moving our core around. Bring the knee out to the side. Externally rotate, bring it back to your elbow, and back down. Let's try all that on the other side. Bring your left knee up, externally rotate, internally rotate, bring it behind you, buttock into the back of the knee, push up, lower knee, lift back up, swing it out to the side, externally rotate, back to the elbow, and lower the knee down. Send your right arm forward. Push your left leg back. Exhale, bring the elbow knee in. Inhale, reach back out. Exhale, elbow knee in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, reach out. Lower your hand and your knee. Change sides. 3 times with your breath. Lower your hand and your knee down. Bring your right hand behind your head. Inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, elbow towards the forearm. Inhale, open back up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open up. Exhale, thread the needle, slide the hand. Come back up and change sides. And last one, slide your hand, hold the twist. Come back onto your hands and your knees, press down into your hands evenly, curl your toes under, lift your knees up an inch. Then pull your hips up and back. One handprint at a time, walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into a flat back. Walk your hands out. Hold in your plank. Stretch back into downward facing dog. Walk your hands back, starting with the other hand, one handprint at a time. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Walk out. Come into plank. Bring your right knee up to your chest. Change, left knee up. Change, right knee up. Change, and bring your left leg up. Stretch that leg back. Walk your hands back. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Walk it out. Come into plank pose. Bring your right knee up to your chest. Round your back and pull up. Inhale, lower your knee slowly. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, lower slowly. Exhale, pull up. Step your foot up. Lower your back knee down. Hold here, let your hips melt towards your right heel as you lift your heart up. Then place your hands on your knee, upright yourself. Raise your arms up. Bend your elbows out to the side like cactus arms. Lift your heart up. Inhale the arms back up. Exhale into cactus. Inhale back up. Hands down to the mat. Step back into downward dog. Shift into plank and pull your left knee up. Inhale, lower slow. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, lower slow. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, lower slow. Pull up and step your foot up by your thumb. Drop your knee down. Let your hips start to melt forward. Then bring your hands to your knee. Lift up your pelvis, lift up your belly. Raise your arms up. Exhale, bend your elbows into cactus. Inhale back up. Exhale into cactus. Inhale back up. Hands down. Step back into downward dog. One hand at a time. Walk the hands back to the feet. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Sit your buttocks back into a chair. Lift your navel, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Sit back into the chair. Lift navel, raise your arms up. Stand in mountain. Inhale into chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Walk out, plank position. Drop your left knee down. Open up into side plank. Hold here with the knee down, or stretch your left leg out behind your right. Watch out for the dog. Bring your hand back down. Change sides, right knee down, right hand down, open up into side plank. Hold here or stretch your right leg out. Bring your hand back down. Lift your hips and reach back into downward facing dog. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet again. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale to fold. Press down into your feet, come all the way up. Exhale, Samastiti. Tree pose. Press into your left heel as you slide your right heel up the inseam of your left leg. Join your palms. Then once you're steady, raise your arms up. Bring your arms back down, lower your leg down. Change sides, reach straight down through the center of your right heel, bring your left heel up. Arms up. Bring your arms down and lower your leg down. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Walk out into downward facing dog. Step your right foot up. Spin your back heel down and put your right hand on a tall block on the inside of your right foot. Turn your right thigh outward and hug your right hip in. So if you look down, your center, ankle, knee, and hip are all in alignment. Then reach your left hip into your left heel. Lift up your belly, lift your heart. Take your left arm up. Press down into your feet. Come up into warrior two. And then extended side angle. Put the hand on the outside of the foot and take your left arm over. Bring your left hand down. Step back into downward dog or take a vinyasa. Up to you. Step your left foot up. Turn your back heel. Left hand onto the inside. Look at that leg first before you start to open up. Get your foundation before you build up on it. Turn the thigh, hug the hip in. Reach your back hip into your back heel. Scoop up from your navel, open up. Take your arm up. Imagine that your groins could spread in opposite directions. So from your left inner leg towards your left knee, right groin to your right knee. Press down through your feet, come up into warrior two. Then place your hand down onto the outside of your foot and reach your right arm all the way over. Bring your right hand down, step back into downward facing dog or take a vinyasa. Look in between your hands, step or float up. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale into chair pose, bend your knees, sit back. Stand and release your arms at your side. Step your right foot back about 4 feet and spread your arms out. Then angle your left leg in slightly, turn your right leg all the way out. Raise your right arm up and inhale. Reach and put your hand down onto the outside of your foot. Then from here, look down at your right leg. Make sure that your thigh is turned so your knee is tracking in line with your second, third toe. Bend your knee. Keep that right hip on a track. Don't let your right hip kick out to the side. Then place your hand and foot in front of your foot. Scoot your back foot in. Hold here. Fasten that right hip to your back heel. And then lean into your right foot. Push into your hand and raise your back leg up. So I really have to use these muscles in my right outer hip and then in my core. Pull up through your belly, firm that right outer hip in and back towards your back heel. Push through your back heel. Then open up the front of the pelvis, turn your chest, and take your arm up once you're steady. Best to learn this pose against a wall so you can get the feeling of what it's like to open up. Then bend your knee, slide back, triangle pose. Maybe you can go a little bit deeper. Press through your feet, come back up, and change sides. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale, reach out over your leg. Bend your knee, slide your hand, scoot your back foot in. Now wait, make sure that ankle and the hip are still tracking. Lean into your foot, and without your hip kicking out, raise your back leg. Press down evenly through the 3 points in your left foot. Fasten your left outer hip to your back heel. Pull it in and up. Take your arm up once you're steady. Now eventually, once you have the framework, you have the length of the spine, you can start to turn these blocks down, even put the fingertips down, etc. But if you go prematurely, you'll lose the opening. Bend your knee and slide back into triangle. Then from here, bring your right hand down and step back into downward facing dog or take a vinyasa. Look between your hands, step, walk, or hop up to the front. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale to fold. Press into your feet and come all the way up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Then clasp your hands behind your back, go wide apart with your legs again. Open up your shoulders and your chest, inhale. Exhale, fold forward in between your legs. Set your fingertips down. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, fold deeper. Walk the hands back slightly. Fingertips still pointing forward. Bend the elbows back. Let your head drop. Inhale into the flat back. Hands to your hips, press into your feet and come back up. So practice makes perfect. We're going to try that half moon pose again. But this time we're going to try to do it with a little bit of speed. So we went slow through the first one. We're going to see if we can go through speed now that you've got the basics down. Turn your legs for triangle. Reach out into triangle. Then bend the knee, slide your hand, and step up. Bend your knee, come into warrior two. Other side. Reach out over your left leg. Bend your knee, step up. Bend your knee, slide back. Warrior two. Straighten your leg, step your legs together. Stand up tall. So one thing that my teacher would often have us do is like we learn an action, learn something new in the pose, and then we just like do it over and over, like 4 times, just so we can really master it, feel like we own it in that pose. So we might start to do that a little bit in week 3 with some of the poses. Reach down into your inner knee, hook your big toe, and stand tall. Now if it's too much to hold your big toe, just hold your knee. Then open to the side, whether you're holding knee or big toe. Stand up as tall as you can, reaching straight down through your center left heel, pulling up. And then maybe if you have the hamstring flexibility too, you can start to lift your big toe out to the side. Rotate the right thigh out, hug your right hip in. Bring your leg back to center. Whether it's bent or straight, hold and breathe. Release your leg. Press right down through the center of your right heel. Bring your left knee up. Hold there or take big toe. Then open to the side. Maybe start to extend the leg if you did on the other side. Balance is really good. You can try turning your nose to the right. Come to center. Whether you're bent or straight, stand tall. And release. All right, good job. We got one more balancing one to practice. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Bring your hands to prayer. And then start to sit back like you're sitting into a chair, but don't let your left butt swing out to the side. Showing you what's happening with the left butt in this one. See if you can sit back until your elbows come to your shin, but still keep your spinal muscle, your spine long so that you're not hunching over. Spinal muscles awake. More bendy people could even put the fingertips down. Come back up. Other side. Left ankle over. Hands to prayer. Start to sit back. Maybe elbows to shin. Don't force it. And then come back up. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, find a flat back. Step back into downward facing dog or out of vinyasa. Set your knees down. Walk your hands back a foot behind you. Scoop your navel up, roll your heart open. Walk your hands back. Stand up on your knees, hands on your hips. Roll the front hip bones towards each other. Firm your buttocks to the backs of the knees, and then roll your heart open. Hold here, or very flexible people could put the hands on the heels. Keep drawing the low back energy up into the heart. Good, then come back down. Sit with your feet over to the left. To be specific, my left ankle is crossed onto the arch of my right foot, and then I'm going to sit up as tall as I can and twist to the right, Bharadvajrasana twist. Come back to center. Take your feet to the other side. Stay there, okay? Good boy. Come back to center. Release. Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together. And then scoot the feet just a little forward so that you're not going to fall back. Twist to your right. Twist to your left. And release. Okay, here we go. Now this is one of my favorite external hip openers. External in that the thigh bone is in external rotation. So that's why we're talking about externals today. All these poses, the thigh is being trained in external rotation. Okay, so in this position, simple cross legs, folding forward, that's cool. Or if you have a lot of hip flexibility and you go to fold forward and put your head down, you're like, doesn't really feel like much. Then you could go into double pigeon. That's into this number with the legs crossed, shins stacked like fire logs. Then you can start to fold forward. Of all the pigeon variations, this is probably, this and the Gomukhasana is a close, it's pretty close between the two. Let me know what you think of this one, what you like best. This, the crossed knees, or the single leg pigeon. Come back up, change the cross, and start to go forward. Now, if when you try to cross the legs like this, your legs look more like this, and you look like this, then it would be better just to do simple cross legs, you know. And then come back up to seated. And before we go in Shavasana today, we're going to do a brief breathing meditation. Take a slow, steady breath in. Pause at the top. Let a third out. Let another third out. Let it all out. Again, slow, steady breath in. Let a third out. Let another third out. Let it all out. Last one. On your own. Then lie down onto your back for Shavasana. Bend your knees. Roll over to your side. And press yourself up to seated. Join your palms together. Namaste. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for sticking with the challenge. Wow, it's very, not very few, but a significant amount of people aren't able to make it past week 2. So congratulations, you're halfway through. Let me know below on the hip openers which one you're into. I'm just curious. Hit that like button. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.